3 months. It has been 3 months since I've made a YouTube video, but we're back. Not for long though. And today, we're making a video about a certain subject that involves Street Fighter 6.
Take this! Sandblast! I can't keep up with them. Getting cold.
And today we're talking about guest characters. So, let's get into it. By the way, at the end of the video, I will explain why I haven't been uploading, and I will also tell you guys the future of the channel and what I'll be doing moving forward. But for this video, let's just get straight into it. Future guest characters for Street Fighter 6. So, the guest characters that we got were Mai and Terry, and that was completely out of left field. Did not see that happening. I did think they were going to do guest characters, but not this early. So, now that we got those, it brings up the question, what about future guest characters? And by the way, if you're wondering my take on the guest characters, how I feel about it, because this brings up the question, will there be more guest characters? And if, you know, some of you probably don't really like pay attention to interviews or all that fun stuff, but I do. And I have an answer. The directors of Street Fighter 6 have openly stated in interviews that they want to add future guest characters. So, but hold on, don't get your hopes up. We won't be getting Baki. We won't be getting Goku. We won't be getting freaking a Final Fantasy character. All right? They specifically said that they want to do guest characters with other fighting games, which is very cool. I like that. Okay, you know, the fact that a guest character is taking up a slot for a Street Fighter character kind of annoys me, but the fact that it's a fighting game character, it kind of softens the blow. You know what I mean? So they specifically said that they want to do collabs with future fighting games. I mean, with other fighting games. And one of the directors, I can't remember if it was Nakayama or Matsumoto, but he literally straight up said that he would love to have Sub-Zero in Street Fighter 6. Yes, Sub-Zero, the Mortal Kombat character. Now, let's get into that for a second. I'm gonna keep it brief, because I can make a whole video about this, of why Sub-Zero or Mortal Kombat characters have a chance of making it. Because they do. They have a very, very good chance, and they could add it. People always say the game's too gory. They can't add it to Street Fighter. We don't want to see Ryu's head get chopped off, right? But that's the thing. Doing a collab where they add Mortal Kombat into Street Fighter is way more possible than them adding Street Fighter to Mortal Kombat. Because in Street Fighter, there is no fatalities. So they could add Sub-Zero, alright? They could very well add Sub-Zero and not make him kill people. They did it in Injustice. In Injustice 2, you can play as Sub-Zero, and guess what? There's no killing whatsoever. Even in Injustice 1, they had Scorpion. No killing whatsoever. No fatalities. They just fight. So they could definitely do it. They could definitely add a Mortal Kombat character and just don't give them a fatality. You know, for their super, for their level 3 super, just make them do something cool. You know? You don't have to make them kill them. So a Mortal Kombat character is very possible and very doable. They could definitely do it. It makes sense. And they could implement it pretty easily, you know. Also, another thing that they said in interviews, the process of picking characters for future DLC is they prioritize character uniqueness more than popularity. All right, they want to have characters that have different fighting styles and, like, you know, different characteristics, right? So don't worry, this game will not be full of Shotos, even though we already have like 3 of them. And Sakura's guaranteed, so that's going to be 4. So they're prioritizing fighting styles more, which makes sense why we got, you know, Bison and Elena. Elena's a, you know, a capo character. Bison is like a psycho user, I guess. I don't even know what fighting style he uses. He's more just like a psycho user. Terry, don't really know what fighting style he has, but he's also pretty unique with the fireball that only goes on the ground, and the flash kick, and the power dunk. And then Mai is also pretty unique too. So it makes sense that they're prioritizing character uniqueness more than popularity. So if they were to add Sub-Zero, that would be very unique, because we don't have like an ice character. There are ice characters that do exist in Street Fighter, specifically 2. We have Colleen, which I don't know if she's that popular. I don't know if she's going to return. And we have Gil, which he uses fire and ice, but, you know, come on. So Sub-Zero would definitely be a unique fighting style and a unique, refreshing character in the roster. So if they're prioritizing fighting styles, and they also want to do more guest characters, who could possibly be next? So let's sit here and think about that. Let's say that we get at least one guest character per season, not two. Even to this day, you know, Mai and Terry got announced a while ago, but even to this day, I still kind of don't like the fact that half of the pass is guest characters. I think we would have been better off with just having Terry, or you know, Mai by herself. But having Terry and Mai, cool, whatever. So I think in the future they're probably gonna do like one guest character per pass. And I also have a prediction for the next season pass, but I think I'm gonna save that for a different video because it's very interesting. And let's think about this, right? Future guest characters, specifically fighting games, because they want to do collabs with fighting games, nothing else, just fighting games. Let's think. What comes to mind? Tekken. All right, Tekken. They already did KOF. They're very close with KOF. They're tight, but they're also tight with Bandai Namco. They're tight with Tekken. All right. I think the next guest character is very possible Tekken character. All right. Now, what Tekken character specifically? You know, the safest option would be Jin, because he's like the main guy now. They're pushing him a lot. And if they were to pick a female character, this might be a little bit biased, but Nina, you know, I'm not saying that because I made her, but let's be honest, Nina is like, she's like the most popular female Tekken character. She's like the Tekken woman, right? So like, I'm not being biased, you know. I mean, of course I'd want Nina in you know, Street Fighter 6, but yeah. So I don't know, one of those characters. If they were to add both of them, I don't know. If they were to add both of them, I'll let it slide because it's Nina. But yeah, I think Tekken's very possible for the next season, and I specifically say next season, season 3. I think the guest character is going to be a Tekken character, and the other 3 characters, I think I know who they are, and I might have some facts to back it up. But if you want to know what it is, subscribe and turn notifications on, because I will. That's season 3. What about season 4 guest character? What's another fighting game that could get a collab? Mortal Kombat. The directors literally said that they wanted a Mortal Kombat character in the game. So if they were to do a guest character, I think Sub-Zero, of course. They want Sub-Zero. So I think Sub-Zero is would be like the season 4 guest character. Now let's talk about season 5. You know, what's another fighting game that they could add? Now, we could either look at this from third-party games or games that they already own. So what about a rival schools character? We already got Akira, so I don't know about that. Guest characters, specifically for Street Fighter 6, kind of count as like third-party characters. You know, there's Final Fight characters like Poison, Abigail, Cody, Guy, you know, Hugo. Like, those are all Final Fight characters. You know, we have Akira, she's a Rival Schools character, but Final Fight and Rival Schools are part of the Street Fighter world. So those don't really count. But if Season 3, right, is a Tekken character, Jin, right? Season 5 is a Mortal Kombat character, Sub-Zero. What could Season 6 be? We got KOF, we got Tekken, we got Mortal Kombat, and those are like those are like the 3 other big fighting games. You know, it's Mortal Kombat, Street Fighter, Tekken, King of Fighters. Those are like the big 4, right? So what could they possibly add after Sub-Zero? What could be the Season 5 guest character? I think if they were to do a guest character in Season 5 after Sub-Zero, I think they do a Darkstalkers character, specifically Morgan. Alright? I think Morgan is the safest option. She's the most popular Darkstalkers character. It just makes the most sense. So if they were to do a guest character collab with Darkstalkers, I think Morgan would be the best option, to be honest with you. Morgan or Donovan. But you also have to think, do these characters fit in Street Fighter? See, I see Jin Kazama in a Street Fighter game. I see Sub-Zero in a Street Fighter game. Do I see Morgan or Donovan in a Street Fighter game. I do. I think they would fit. But other characters like Dimitri, like, you know, or Lord Raptor, I don't see those coming to Street Fighter 6. They don't really fit the game style. You know, there's 3D fighting games, Soul Calibur. Sorry, I don't see a Soul Calibur guest character. Virtua Fighter, possible chance, maybe Akira, but I don't see that happening either. So I think they're gonna stop there. I think they're gonna definitely do a Tekken guest character and a Mortal Kombat guest character. And I think the high chance of a Darkstalkers guest character. But after that, I feel like they're done with guest characters. I feel like that's gonna be it. You know? And like a Tekken character and a Mortal Kombat character being in Street Fighter alone is crazy, because we already have, like, it's a Street Fighter game, so there's Street Fighter characters. We have Terry and Mai, KOF characters. If they add Mortal Kombat, we get Sub-Zero. If they add Tekken, we get Jin. The big four in one fighting game. That's a dream. That is a dream. So, I'm just saying, today's video, and before I end it off, I'll let you guys know that in a couple days, I will be making a video talking about Street Fighter 6 Season 3 predictions, because I'm pretty sure I know exactly who's going to be in the Season 3 pass. So, watch that video if you want to see. And that's it for today's video. I'll see you guys in the next one.